I would like to thank all my subscribers, especially all my members who contribute a small amount every month so that we can bring you the best quality podcasts, video, and audio. I would also like to thank my new sponsors. Thank you guys very much. God bless you. And let's keep it going, Raza.
I had like 15 different wasps nests all over the house, and so PestCal came out, they took care of it for me. They did it at a really low price, and they were really efficient. They got it done really quick. I wouldn't recommend any other company to do this kind of work.
My attic was infested with cockroaches. I kept calling around to different companies. I'm like, I gotta get this done today. The best company is Pest Cow. I called them up. They gave me a great price. They came to my house that day. They gave me an estimate. It was perfect. It was lower than everybody else, and they're an amazing company. You should give them a try. They did some awesome work in my house.
Hi everyone, my name is Kevin. I'm the owner and operator at Pest Cow Exterminators. We focus on rodent and insect control. We give you a free estimate. We're licensed, bonded, and insured. We get the job done right. Thank you.
Saludos familia, saludos. My name is Jose Torres, your servidor, el Mexican herbalist. We are Aslan Herbal Remedies. We are herbal remedies company out here in the city of Torrance, out in the harbor area for all you Chicano Chicanas that want to be able to take care of yourself, make yourself feel a whole lot better with real traditional herbal remedies like our abuelos used to use. Nuestra gente indígena. We're all about the traditional herbal remedies, and we're bringing it from different parts of Latin America, bringing Peru, Bolivia, Chile, Honduras, Mexico. We're bringing it all in one place, familia, for you guys to be able to heal yourself for whatever type of issue that you guys might be struggling with. Enough with all the pharmaceuticals, enough with all the junk that we're putting into our body. Let's start cleansing our gut, start cleansing our mind so we can elevate our energy, elevate our spirit. Like I said, my name's Jose Torres, el Mexican herbalist. We're here to serve you. We are here to awaken you. We're here to bring these hierbas medicinales to all our gente. Saludos. You can check us out on Aslan Herbal Remedies throughout all social media. You can check me out on Instagram and TikTok on El Mexican Herbalist. And you can check us out our website, aslanherbalremedies.com. Appreciate you guys. Saludos to the people that allow us to have this platform and be able to voice our voice, to be able to awaken as many people as we can. Saludos familia, muchas gracias. Saludos.
All right, people, you know what it is, man. We got to hit this topic coming live and direct to you from North Hollywood, California. My name is Gil. I am the American Cholo, and this is the American Cholo Podcast. What's good, my gente? Getting that workout. I got my workout about 45 to an hour ago. Feeling good. Feeling like a hog, homeboy. So, here we always hit those controversial topics. The difference here is I like to think that I'm more in the center than most people. A lot of people kind of get into their feelings, and I posted this. Actually, as a matter of fact, hold on. Let me share this so later on if we want to have some people come in, I can invite. Here we go. How's everybody doing out there? Check out the new cups. Looking fine like wine, homeboy. So, yeah, we got two big cases that are going down right now. One just got finalized with the gentleman getting I think he got 41 months. Let me see who it is. Let's keep you guys out here. Yeah, shout out, homeboy. Who we got in the house, first of all? Albuquerque Legend Boss, really, man. Appreciate that membership, brother. Mr. Luis Esperanza, what up? Finally, I'm on time for a live. Shout out to Luis Esperanza. Thank you for that membership, homeboy. Really appreciate that. All right, guys. So let's get right into this bad boy. Here we go. Where's this guy at? Let's try this. I'll put the phone number up here in another 5-10 minutes. And the new guy in the house is this fine gentleman, Jacob Shanley. He's also known as the Q Shaman right here. Let me see. This is a new thing for me, so I'm still trying to figure out how to maneuver this bad boy. So this guy right here, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen him in the news, have seen him. A lot of guys who are Trompito supporters know exactly who this guy is. He was pushing the Trump agenda majorly, as you can see in the flag. He's one of the main instigators. I would like to use the word of the. I think they're calling it the January 6th melee or insurrection, whatever it is. You ask 20 million people, you get 20 million answers, right? So this guy right here, he just recently got 41 months in federal prison for I don't know if it was just inciting the riot or exactly what they gave him for, but he was one of the main guys up there that went all the way inside the Capitol, bullied his way in there, rioted his way in there, and he got 41 months. And now we have what's his name again? Kyle. Kyle, what's his name? They all sound the same to me. I'm just playing people. Don't get offended. Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse, and we'll get into him in a minute. That sweet boy right there that killed two people, shot another one, and was armed with the AR-15. Oh, look at this. We're going Moscow here. Shoot Moscow. So let's talk about the Q Shannon guy first, right? He got 41 months for breaking into the Capitol of the United States of America with a few thousand people. And that's why I want to talk about white privilege, right? I'm going to be straight up with you. He got 41 months. I don't feel sorry for the guy. He was actually, uh, he told the judge he repented of so much. He's got a kind of why. He just threw the biggest sob story that he was so sorry. In other words, this fool probably went to jail for the very first time. He's been in there since January I think close to January. And he realized jail ain't for me. Well, that's what happens to a lot of people of color too. They figure out later on jail is not for them. But you know what? By that time, they're already washed up. Let me go what you got over here. They're already washed up. Hey, I appreciate that hope, man. True white privilege at its best. Even the judge, good old boys. There we go. You guys get in the comment section. We're here to communicate, not disrespect. I'm not saying you are by any means, but this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to have those conversations that people are just too afraid to have, right? So this is my take on it. And I thought about it pretty good today, right? And at first I was like, 41 months, that might be okay. But after actually reading some of the comments, getting some of the feedback from people, it swings. It's like you're in a jury and, some people swing you this way, swing you that way. And sometimes you're in the middle. And I personally believe that his 41 months is a perfect example of white privilege. We, as colored people, brown and black, have been getting sentenced in the federal judicial system with mandatory minimums for decades, which means the judge has no say-so in how much time you're going to get. This is the minimum. And I can't sit here for 1 second believe that a guy going in there, if that was a brown gang or that was a bunch of black guys, a black gang or a group of brown or black guys together storming this Capitol. First of all, I'm not all that pro riot. I'm pro being fair, being justice, all that, right? So let's get that straight. I wasn't pro riot at all. But what those guys did is they stormed the Capitol of the United States while Congress was in there. Okay. And when they did that, a lady was killed, right? I don't know if you guys remember her. She was killed in the whole process, right? Now think about this. How many guys are in prison right now that went to go do a robbery, were running away from the robbery or something? The liquor store owner or the cop killed one of the guys doing the robbery, right? You know what happened to his co-defendant? He got life in prison. Because, and when it comes to our issues, brown judicial system, black judicial system, if you're with somebody, you committed a crime, and that person was killed, you're guilty of the murder. So I'm thinking, wait a minute, this guy was one of the main guys pushing for this riot, was one of the main guys going over there saying, let's do it. A lady was killed by it wasn't a police officer, but it was a state police or a federal police officer. She was killed. Why does he get to walk away with 41 months? So to me, I say that is white privilege. I really do. And I would love to hear somebody tell me that no, it's not white privilege, Gil, that this is just a system. No, man. How many brown and black people are in prison right now doing life in prison because they went and did something illegal? They didn't kill the person, but somebody else killed them and they get tried for it. So why in the hell does this guy not get tried for them? There was also an officer, I think, that died of a heart attack. There was another one that committed suicide. Why? Maybe because he's white. Maybe. I don't know. I want to see what you guys are talking about. Okay. And there's another thing these guys are saying too. Before I even get into the comment section, man. And please don't start with that. Oh, he was an FBI agent. He was really a Democrat. Get the fuck out of here, brother. Now you're just sounding like one of those kooks. If you're gonna sit here and tell me he's an FBI, nah, dude. Put your little aluminum foil hat on and go sit in the corner, homeboy, and let us grown folks speak. Or not. The cops let them in. The cops did let someone in, and those cops should be prosecuted. But if a cop, or let's say I've got a guy who works at a bank, right? A security guard of the bank, and he's in on it, and he lets me in when I rob the bank. Does that mean I shouldn't get tried for robbing the bank? I don't give a shit who let him in. At the end of the day, they still went in. So those cops who let them in should be as guilty as that guy. So I don't know if you think I'm trying to defend those guys, the cops. No. Whatever cops, and there's video of letting them in because I'm sure some of those cops were Trompito supporters. Everybody was so pumped up. These guys, listen, this is what I will say. I believe the majority of the people out there in that riot, in that whole disaster, in that whole bitchastrophe, I believe that they truly thought they were doing something right for the country. I do. I'm not saying that they're just evil ass people and they're these. No, I truly believe that they thought they were doing something right for the country. But then again, there's terrorists that blow themselves up and they believe what they're doing is right as well. Does it make it right? Absolutely not. You break the law, you do the time. Isn't that what white people have been telling us for the longest time? Hey, man, if you don't want to do the crime, don't do the time, right? But all of a sudden, this white guy goes in there and gets 41 months. Come on, dude, that's a slap in the hand. He didn't break into a U-Haul, homeboy, a U-Haul storage and steal a couple speakers and some jeans from somebody's storage. This fool went into the Capitol of the United States while Congress in session. While they're in session and somebody died, more than one. I don't know, man. Let's see. Dun-dun. He got deferred, though. So he is out there after 5 months. He got 46 months, 5 months actual time, and 42 months deferred. Did he really? I don't know. That's even more of a white privilege, homeboy. His way in there. The cops let them inside. Let's go. Shut up, right his way. Listen, Jumpy Civilian, go jump off a bridge with that dumbass shit. I mean, you tell me because the cops let him in. Again, if I got a crooked cop and he lets me into the back room when they have the storage and I'm stealing the cocaine and I get arrested, can I use a defense? Well, the cop let me in. Oh, jackass. Even if the cop let you in, you still went in. You still went and robbed that shit. So guess what? That's a chicken shit defense. That's a chicken shit defense. And we're calling you out on it, man. We'll get to Kyle. Hey, CB Chemistry. You know what? Let me put this number up there, dude. No. Give me 1 second, people. There you go. If you're really feeling it like that, and also let me put the link over here. Dun-dun. Let me copy this bad boy. Copy. Get out of here. Let me go to the comments. I'm trying here, people. I'm trying. So you guys can call in. Shit. You guys can even hit that link if you guys want to come through. And let me know. Let me put this thing on as soon as it comes up. So instead of just saying it, call in. Give your argument up and let's see what you got, man. Let's not pretend that Congress isn't the cathedral of criminals. See, I've heard all this, man. Again, so if I'm a gangbanger and I go to the street and I go shoot another gangbanger, I can use, he's a criminal? I can do that? No, man, come on. All right, hold on. Let's see what we got. Florida, what's good, brother? Mr. Jose Contreras from Florida, what you got to say?
Nah, man, I agree with you on the story about the white privilege. I'm half white and Mexican, and I had to deal with a lot of issues like that at my own job.
right?
Even though I'm half white, but my skin is brown, so I tend to get targeted because of it. It's retarded, and I hate to be like that. I love my mom to death. She's an Alabama woman.
Give me 1 second,
But
brother. I forgot to plug in my damn power thing to my laptop. Give me 1 second, guys. That's how you know it's live TV. All right, my man. I apologize for that. We're back up and running with power.
no, I was just saying about the white privilege. That is true. Like my mom's from Alabama.
Yes,
but
sir.
My dad's from Mexico, and I'm brown. But at work, they see me as a beaner. I was calling beaner, or I work in the office, and I did like one of the jobs. But if I do one little thing wrong, all of them jump on top of me.
Yeah.
Like the good old system. I call it the good old boy system. I said, you do know my mom's more redneck than you guys are, but no, you're brown. It's rough when people think you're kind of an office.
People believe a lot of times that it's what I think what it is the media a lot of times over exaggerates it, but it is there. I work construction. I've heard it all, brother. I heard every racist thing in the book, and you're gonna hear it more from more of the older guys. The newer guys, luckily it's starting to grow out of our system as far as racism, right? It is. I'm not gonna say it's not, but from the older guys, you definitely hear it, man, and it's a damn shame. Hey, my man, thank you for the phone call. Shout out to Florida.
All right, take it easy, man.
You got it. Let me get some more people in here. Big Dan, what's going on, Big Dan? Where are you calling from, and what you got to say?
Yo, what's up, man? I'm right here from Orange County, bro.
Okay.
Cali, but all I gotta say is, American Cholo, that white privilege, all that shit ain't real, bro.
Okay.
All that shit, bro. As long as you do right, you go to work, you don't get into shit. I used to be like you, homie. You know.
No.
In the guys and shit, but hey,
Okay, I thought you were.
check this out, bro.
Go ahead.
You change your life, bro. You go to work. You know what I mean? That white privilege, that shit is fake, bro.
Well,
Trust me, my boy.
Hey,
All that shit, all that CRT, all that shit, bro. Fake, bro.
No,
I'm
that.
telling you right now, American Cholo.
Listen.
Tell me when the last time you got put over by the police, bro?
About 2 years
When's
ago.
the last time you got put over by the police, man?
2 years.
As a
I'm
homeowner
telling
in
you.
North Hollywood like you are.
Are you gonna let me finish?
What was that?
I'm telling you.
I'm sorry about that.
I got pulled over by the police about 3 years ago. I got my house raided. I got my phone stolen by the cops. They thought I was doing all kind of illegal shit. So yeah, they came over my house and fucked me up. They handcuffed.
Stemming back from what, though? Stemming back from what, though?
For some shit I didn't
Just
do.
be realistic.
I'm serious. For some shit I didn't do.
So you just you were not involved with nothing.
I was
The
not
police
involved
just
with
knew who
shit,
you
fool.
were.
I was not. Listen.
Come on, brother.
Hey.
I looked at your whole video. I know your whole shit.
Okay.
You know?
Did I get
But
arrested?
all I gotta say is,
I didn't get
all I
arrested,
gotta
fool.
say is this.
Go ahead, brother.
I know, fool, but it doesn't matter, fool.
I didn't do shit. What are you talking about?
Life, fool.
I-
This shit.
I'm knowing.
What I'm trying to say is that white privilege shit is a mindset.
See,
my boy.
okay,
There's
listen.
no such thing as that.
Listen.
All that shit is not
Listen.
real, my boy.
I don't believe in the CR or what is it, critical race theory at all. I'm usually not
I know
this.
I know what you believe in, my boy. I know
Okay.
you're on the right side, my
Okay,
boy. I know you don't like that,
listen to
but
this. But when it comes to the judicial system, that's kind of what we're talking about now. When it comes to the judicial system, brother, you can't sit here and say that there's not a little more favoritism towards the güeros.
There's not, my boy.
Oh
There's not.
no, I've been
There's
busted.
not. Why? Come on, bro. There's not, homie.
I was.
So you're gonna tell me that the poor white kid in Utah or the poor white kid in Wyoming has a better privilege than a black kid?
We're not talking about the poor white kid.
Or more. There's no such thing as that.
We're not okay.
There's no such
We're
thing as
talking. See, we're not talking. You're mixing apples and oranges. We're not talking about the poor white kid. That guy, yeah, he's in the gutter just like the rest of us, right? But when it comes to, like, let's say, remember that kid in Texas that killed 4 people driving drunk?
So they took him to Burger King.
No. What? Hey, fool. They didn't. No, you're not. No, what they did.
Burger King, so everybody made a big deal.
Not Burger King. You're not probably following the same story I'm talking about. This fool killed 4.
Come on, bro.
Listen.
He killed 9 people.
This fool killed 4 people in a DUI, and the defense was that he was too spoiled to know what he was doing. They gave him time served. Fool, come on. If you can't tell me that's wrong, why? Because he's a güero. It's the truth.
That's not the truth. What about this kid right here, Kyle Rittenhouse?
We're
the black kid.
We're gonna get to that.
You know about the black kid that just shot 4 people. This shit just happened.
I didn't hear about
He
that.
got beat
Oh,
up.
the one in Texas.
Come on.
The one in Texas.
Come on, that one
Yeah.
black kid. And
Yeah.
he got out the next day.
That fool should
$25,000 bail.
that fool should not be on bail,
Come on,
but the
bro.
times were changing, homeboy.
But what do you mean? It's the same thing. What's the black privilege?
That one, believe it or not, yeah, it's kind of getting there, homie. It's getting to white and black privilege,
come
homeboy.
on, boy. It can't be, you know?
Oh, hey, brother.
I just feel like this.
Hey,
All that racial shit, I just feel it fits in your heart. That's what you know what I mean? That's what you feel like.
Hey, brother,
grew up around a lot of
I
people.
got another phone call. I definitely appreciate it, man.
Nah, I don't care, bro. I like your shit, bro.
That's right, homeboy.
Chill.
Appreciate it, man. Shout out to Orange County,
That's
man.
right, homeboy.
All right. Yeah, that was a good cog. Let's see who's next. What's up, James? I'm good. Talk to me. What you want to talk about?
Check it out. So I grew up. So I'm Mexican, and I grew up in a Mexican city.
Mm-hmm.
But the only people that would question on my race, because I'm pretty light skinned, were Mexican people.
Right.
I had so many white friends, so many black friends, and nobody commented on my race except for Mexican.
Okay.
They really called me not Mexican because my color was too light, or yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but I think you're. I don't know if you're saying they were racist towards you, but yeah, it's unfortunate. It's like that, man. A lot of times, the raza is worse on our own, and it's not even a lot of times. Most of the time, our raza is worse on our own, and it's a damn shame, homeboy. But I think that's a different topic. I appreciate the phone call.
Okay.
All right, so I don't think the homeboy from Orange County that called, right? It's not when I am saying the white privilege. If you don't believe it's white privilege in the judicial system, listen, man. I was busted in Hawaii, right? I was busted with this white boy. Oh, I can't say white boy; they get offended, homeboy. That's what the homie. What's up, man? Right? You know who you are, John. I was busted with him, right? This fool was in there. He was 17 years old. He had like 20 armed robberies in Orange County. Now he's doing great. He got back then he was hooked on coke, so he was out there doing all these robberies, and all they gave him was like, I think 16 months. I was like, what the? And I had the conversation. I'm like, what the fuck, fool? I said, fool, if you were brown or black, and this was me back in my 20s, I'm having this conversation with this guy. I said, if you're brown or black, you'll be doing maybe 10, 15 years in the joint. 17, they're trying you as adult, but again, they see the different. And I will prove that there is white privilege. I'm gonna prove it right now. Oh, here we go. We got Isaiah. Mr. Isaiah, what's going on, man?
Nada, man. Just got back in time to my hotel before your live started.
Okay, so shoot, what you got to talk about? What say you?
I don't know, man. I've called you before. I've called you before plenty of times, and I'm a Republican. So
I remember.
Yeah. So I don't see it, but I do understand where you're coming from because I told you I was a Mason,
right?
And my boss is a redneck, and he talks shit about Mexicans all the time. But then at the same time, I could talk shit about rednecks all the time with him, and we just both laugh about it. So
yeah, that's more of a construction thing.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, but I don't really see it, bud. I just don't see it.
Let me ask you this: what they did on January 6th, do you not think that's a small deal, big deal? I mean, these guys literally not just protested and threw bottles out. Now, this was broke into the Capitol while there was Congress in there. A lady died. A cop had a heart attack. I pushed on BLM all day long. If you hear me, you know I do. I don't pick that side, but I definitely don't pick this side. And it seems like to me, correct me if I'm wrong, that a lot of Republicans are just sitting here kind of minimizing what those guys did. And I was like, wait a minute, if you guys are minimizing that, then they can minimize BLM all day long. You can't have it both ways. So this guy should not be held to a higher standard. 41 months for breaking into the Capitol. I bet you if I go break into the Capitol, they're going to shoot me.
I don't think so. I think it's the attitude of people. I really think it's just the attitude of people. If you go about, so my jefes ran a restaurant, and it was like a block away from the police station.
Right.
they'd come in all the time and they'd always talk. And then the SWAT team would come in and we'd all talk. And, like I never had any issues with them. But I mean, it possibly also
Oh
could
no,
be
no,
because I built
but
up
that's a different thing.
relationships with
Listen,
them.
I am a cholo, but I am pro cop, brother. I am, and when I say pro cop, I don't mean fuck all that. No, I'm saying I'm pro law and order. How about that? I am pro law and order. I don't want everybody running amok and doing whatever they want. That's different than what happened over at the Capitol. At the Capitol, I will guarantee if I wish I had a time machine and could change it like a video game. If those were brown and black people coming in as aggressive as they are, they see us differently. And I'm going to prove this to you and everybody else how you yourself, myself, America, everybody sees us different. I'm going to prove it right now, right? Think about this, okay? I say that if it was brown, black, they would have shot. They would have started shooting once they started coming up the Capitol. People will say no. Okay. This is how we'll prove to everybody there is a certain white privilege, right? Yesterday, in I believe Uganda, Africa, there was killings of I think 50, 100, a few hundred people. There was a massacre of the government going there and just killing their people because their people are protesting, right? How much of that did you see in the news?
Nothing.
Could you imagine if that happened in London, if that happened in Germany, if that happened in Great Britain, if that happened in Australia, if that were 100 white people dead, how many news people would be over there? Honestly,
there would probably be a bunch.
There would be a bunch because when white people die, they put it on the news. People feel more sorry for them. When black and brown people die, we're so used to seeing it. It doesn't make the news. Why? Because it doesn't catch our attention. And that's the truth. People every day that are brown and black are getting killed. We don't show it on the news. If you got one white girl that disappeared over here, they had it all over the news for like a month. Come on, homie.
Yeah.
It's true.
No. Yeah, no, I get your side of the story too. And then I don't, to go back to the whole January 6th thing, I think those dudes are a bunch of pendejos. They're just stupid. Like,
yeah, of course.
I mean, yeah, they're dumb. There was no need for. I mean, if you want to protest, protest. But if you're gonna riot like BLM, then then you're gonna be just as dumb to me.
Because the right was the one saying law and order. Look at these BLM guys. Look what they're doing. At the end of the day, they lost it. Anybody who still is okay with that January 6th riot, then they can't argue about BLM being rioters either. You got it's right is right and wrong is wrong. And breaking into the Capitol is absolutely wrong. And I still personally believe the guy. Like, listen, we get 10-year minimum sentences for some bullshit in the federal system. That guy, I think, should have got at least 10 years. I mean, you need to make an example to say, hey, dude, you can't just go into the Capitol of the United States like that. That's the Capitol. He didn't go to Walmart and break in. Fool. He went to the Capitol of the United States. That's crazy.
Yeah, but at the same time too, you got to think about so this guy, yes, he got, what was it? What did you say? 40, 41, 42 months?
But people are saying that they're going to defer the time that he's going to get out. I don't know. I'll figure this out tomorrow. So they're saying they might give him like a time served and waive the rest of the time. And I say because he's a white guy.
But and then there's a difference too with the Kyle Rittenhouse thing. You don't see any Republicans or conservatives saying that they're gonna burn down something just because I mean,
I get that, but that's because he's not Trumpito. But if Trump was out there pushing them, hey, let's get Kyle, they would. They listen to the Jefe's Trumpito, and they love him, and he can't do nothing wrong, homeboy. Hey man, I appreciate you tapping in, brother. I'm gonna get some phone calls.
All right. Take care, carnal.
All right, you got it, bro. Thanks for tapping in. That's my man right there. Yeah, you guys were calling. Go ahead and call back in. Let's see what you guys. White privilege is a conspiracy theory. Jesus Christ. White privilege is a conspiracy by Stoner Gaming. All right, man. That guy says, yeah, look at that guy. He's over there. I don't trust that guy with a beard and a cigar in his mouth. Let's see, man. That's facts. But how many brown and black people voted for those people who started sentences? Yeah, you're going back to politicians, but politicians do what politicians do. Oh boy, hold on. Let's see what we got. Yes, said Johnny. What's going on, my man?
Hey, what's up, Gil?
Talk to me.
Called in a good minute, man. Hey, yeah. So, I was hearing what the previous brother was saying. And, I feel like people got two things conflated. So first of all, there is such a thing as class privilege. You know, the more money that you have, the better lawyers that you can get.
Absolutely.
I mean, the chances are you're going to be walking. You know,
Yes.
and so I just feel like it's a big difference between so-called white privilege and class privilege. Because what I really think is going on is class privilege. I mean, that kid that you said, who was it that kid in Texas that killed 9 people
Oh,
the car crash?
no,
It was
no.
a DUI.
It was like 4 people, I think. Yeah, a DUI. Yes.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, 4 people. Dude, his father was like a millionaire.
Yeah.
So I mean, like the main reason for the cause of what they said is what you said. You know, he was pretty much. They tried to argue that he was too rich, that he was pampered all his life,
That he was too
and
spoiled.
he didn't know what was right from wrong.
What
Yeah, he was too spoiled, you know?
what a great
Because of
defense,
the
and
money.
it worked. They said, I forgot, they have a phrase for it. They said
And it worked, yeah.
they said he was too spoiled to know between right and wrong. Well, then that's everybody in the hood.
Well, I mean, everybody in the hood. See, the thing is, this fool was sheltered.
Yeah.
If you think about it, this fool was sheltered. If the fool's in the hood, bro, I mean, come on.
No,
At 12
but
years old, we
no.
know like a bunch of little
No,
chamacos
but
doing dirt, you know. I
yeah,
mean,
but
that's not spoiled.
you really okay, but you can't compare a spoiled guy. If anything, that guy should be more accountable than a guy. Well, actually, they both should be the same accountable than a young kid in the hood because
Yeah.
he has no parenting
Oh, yeah.
as far as if he's really that bad. And
Yeah.
at that young age, you really don't know much, but it should be an equal. And that's what I'm saying. I it's not so much.
Oh, no, yeah.
It's equal. You know what? Let me get this phone call from May, man. I appreciate the phone call, brother.
Yeah, no problem.
You got it. Let's see who's calling. I want to see who that's going on in Maine today. Maybe Mr. David Schmidt. I hope I got that last name right. What's going on, my man? What say you?
How you doing, brother? I just want to say, with the guy who stormed the White House, he should have been shot. If I to my White House, I heard you can't get near how he did,
Right.
and I would have shot him.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought I muted you for a second. I thought you were saying trying to shoot somebody else, but no. Yeah, listen. Like if it was brown or black, and people may not want to hear it, if it was a mob, they would have shot him. They would have shot him. There's no
That's
doubt.
right.
There's no doubt in my
Exactly.
mind. They would have shot him, and I would have been
Absolutely.
like,
Absolutely.
I would have been like, they had every right. Just like if those guys would have shot those guys coming up, they had every right, and I guarantee you that mob would have turned it around, tucked their tail, and ran.
That's right. Absolutely. And I blame Trump for this. I may be a white guy, but you know what? I'm sticking up for the Hispanics and Mexicans, and there's no right for how Trump did to you guys. It's bullshit. I'm sorry for my language,
No,
but
get
it's
your money.
true. You guys are the minority. You guys, I feel bad for you guys.
Yeah, we're a big number, but we're down. We're at the bottom of the totem pole, brother, and it's a damn shame.
You are.
It
You
is.
absolutely are.
It is, man.
And that's why I support you guys. So no matter what, I get my own people, my own white people disgrace me because I said if it wasn't for the Mexicans, the Hispanics, we wouldn't have this nice food. You guys have a lot of stuff that they give us.
Yeah. And all we do is get slapped in the face and want to get deported, and they use us as their scapegoat anytime something's going wrong. But it's a damn shame. Hey, my man, I appreciate the phone call. I appreciate the phone call.
Thank you so much, brother.
I appreciate you, man.
Take care of yourself.
You got
Thank
it.
you.
Bye. All right, let's see what we got else coming in. Let me see if I caught you, San Antonio. Hello.
What's up, bro?
Ah, Mr. Somas. I already know that fucking. Oh no, no, you're not Somas Towner. For this is like your Instagram. This is not Somas Towner.
Yeah.
I don't want to get blocked,
I'm not
fool.
Somas Towner.
As soon as I say that name, my all my shit gets taken down, demonetized. What's good? Fool, talk to us, Somas. Oh, I gotta hear this one.
So I see I tapped in a little bit late, bro. But what are we talking about here? White privilege?
Oh man. Right now we're talking about here. Look at the screen real quick. All right. This is and for all you guys don't know, Somas is a Trompito supporter. We're talking about your friend here, homie. This guy. It's gonna take a few seconds for you to see it on the screen, but it should pop up right about now. It takes a little while. It's a little delay in the screen. You see the screen yet or no?
No, I'm on my phone. Are you talking about that kid, Kyle?
No,
Rittenhouse?
you know what? Right now we were talking about what's this fool's name again? We're talking about Jacob Shanley, the Q Shannon guy, the shaman. That fool that got 41 months, and I say he got white privilege because anybody else would have got 10 years at least, homeboy. I think so.
You know what? You know what, bro? That those guys, a lot of those,
Don't start
a
with
lot
your
of those
don't
people.
start with your conspiracy, fool. They were Democrats, fool.
No, this is conspiracy fact. Check this out.
This was a conspiracy fact.
Hey, a lot of those guys that are sitting in jail right now for that January 16th, the most that they should be charged with is trespassing. Bro.
No
That's it.
mames, way. No mames,
Yes,
homies.
listen,
No
listen,
mames,
listen,
way.
listen to me. Let me tell you
Oh,
something, bro.
Jesus.
And you know this, Gil. I'm rarely wrong, bro.
Oh,
Check this out.
Jesus.
BLM years back before
Hold
Trump
on,
was
fool.
in
Hold on,
office.
hold on, fool.
All right.
There you go, fool.
Listen. Before Trump was in office, a lot of people don't know BLM actually stormed the rotunda, the same building, and they were there shouting, screaming, and they didn't do anything to them. They were actually acting violent.
Well, I
Why
think I
didn't they do
saw
it?
that. That wasn't that big. It was they go in there just because people get to go to the rotunda part to sit down and watch the proceedings. So
Yeah.
I think they went in there undercover, and after that they picked up their flags and started saying
No.
shit. But that was a protest. That was an actual
But
protest.
listen. But the thing is, it's not allowed. You're not allowed to do that, right? So in my personal opinion, I got nothing against white boys, blacks, nobody, but I don't care about none of that. I don't personally, I try not to see skin color no more. But if we're gonna be very honest here, bro, we're gonna talk about privilege. In my opinion,
In your opinion,
I think the black privilege is something that's very real and isn't spoken about. Let me give you a perfect example, bro.
Shoot it.
LeBron James, a big crybaby himself, right? Is calling this kid Kyle Rittenhouse a crybaby. This kid, you know what I mean? He's fighting for his life, bro. He smoked 2 people. That's something he's got to deal with, right? And he turned another dude's arm into powder, right?
Right.
And LeBron James is calling him a crybaby, or he's sucking on lemon heads. Yet, you know, LeBron James got carried off the court for having a leg cramp. So, you know, he's a big baby.
Right.
But LeBron James had a police escort, bro, going the opposite way of traffic, so he wouldn't be late to Drake's concert.
Oh, listen, I get that.
That's the real privilege, bro.
Yeah, that is privilege. That is black. That's black star privilege. You got black star privilege. You
bro.
definitely do. But let's get back to this topic real quick, and then you're the perfect guy we're gonna get into the Kyle guy, right?
All right.
Okay. You are Law and Order guy. How are you gonna sit here and when you kind of lose all credibility so much when you say that they should just get caught for trespassing? There was thousands of people. You had a woman die. You had a cop die back in the days, and when you were living out here in California, if you went and did a robbery with one of your homies, and you're taking off from that robbery, and somebody shoots your homie, let's say the store owner shoots your homie and kills him, you're getting tried for murder. This guy was in there, so why didn't he get more time? Because you had a woman die, you had a cop die, you had a cop commit suicide. He's as responsible as them if he was a brown or black guy. Yes or no?
Okay. Well, let me tell you this: the cop that shot that lady, Ashley Babbitt, that died,
Yes.
he was a black cop. They withheld his identity. Why? Because he's black.
Maybe
They
yes.
withheld his identity. He's a black cop. Okay. On top of that, bro, the information that is really being hidden from the public about what really happened January 6th. Remember, bro, on one of your shows, I said that the FBI was involved and that there was FBI agents in the crowd.
Of course
and
there
they were
was.
on tape.
Of course
And
there
they
was.
were changing into, what you would call MAGA clothing to blend in and to
Of
say.
course,
well,
of course.
You've seen the videos. You've seen the videos where the cops are opening the gates, telling people, "Come in,
Yeah.
come in, come on."
Yes,
come
I've
in."
seen this. I've seen
Well,
those.
and then you have investigations, internal investigations showing that Nancy Pelosi, because she's the one in charge of the Capitol Police, pulled them off when Trump and the people that organized that rally requested a huge presence of police to make sure that nothing got out of hand.
So do you think the cops, as soon as they were going through the doors, if they would have started shooting, they would have been justified?
No, because those people, bro. Look at this is something that I think a lot of people tend to not look at, bro.
That was a coup.
Right?
That was a coup. They're
Well,
trying
look
to
at-
take over the
no,
country.
No, they're trying to compare that to Pearl Harbor. It's nowhere near it, bro. Think about this. Trump supporters. Let's be very honest here. The majority of Trump supporters are veterans, and these are people of every color that know how to use guns. If they really wanted to cause an insurrection, bro, you would not see people picking up their garbage in the rotunda. You wouldn't see people picking up things that they knocked over. You would see a real, what we'd say un desmadre, a real havoc. These people were in there, bro. The cops were invited. There's videos of the cops even talking to them, saying, "Hey guys, just a couple pictures." And dude, they're picking up the garbage. That is not an insurrection, bro. Yet what we saw all summer long with BLM burning cities, attacking people. Imagine, bro, if those Trump supporters would have done that, then we could have said, hey, apples to apples. But bro, you're talking about two very different things.
No. We're talking about two groups of people on opposite sides of the spectrum politically, and these people that went over there were brainwashed by Trumpito. They were brainwashed to think that everything was stolen, and we got to sit here. These guys really thought they're gonna go in there, and that after that, Trump was gonna come down with his wings, going and he was gonna take over America again. You even lost $100 to me saying Trump was gonna get back in power that date, so you even believed it. You drank the Kool-Aid, fool. But that fool's gonna give these fools nothing but time.
Trump, in my opinion, bro, and not just my opinion, but a lot of people. In my opinion, Trump won that election, bro. That election was stolen, hands down, bro. Hands down, it was stolen. You could see right now, bro. Biden, bro, he couldn't fill up a child's auditorium, bro, to give a speech. You know what I mean? That guy gets off the plane.
Hey, leave the old man alone, oh boy. Leave the old senior citizen alone, oh boy.
That guy. I mean, just look at the gas prices in California. And didn't Trump warn everybody and say, you're going to be paying $7 a gallon? It's heading that way.
Yeah, it is heading that way, dude.
And now he's talking about closing another pipeline. Why? And wait, they ran with this whole Russian collusion. And one of the first things that Biden did was shut down our pipeline and allow Russia to build a pipeline.
Gas and that shit, that's a whole different topic we hit on later on, fool. But listen, these fools rioted. This fool should have got more time. We have homies doing a lot more time for doing a lot less. For mandatory minimum, he should be doing at least 10 years, carnal. Come on.
Look at that shaman dude. That shaman dude, right? He's one of those guys that believe in the whole Q thing. I wasn't into the whole Q thing, right?
But you know he don't believe in none of that shit no more, right? You know that year, not even that year. That fool's only been in there for 10 months. He was crying to the judge, carnal.
Well, look at there is a lot of information coming out, bro, saying that those people they're actually being beaten, tortured in there.
Right.
So I'm sure they made the guy crack and say, but if you really look at the videos of what this guy did, bro, there's nothing in there that you would say, oh my God, this guy deserves 10 years.
No.
What did the guy do? They went and took a shit on Nancy Pelosi's death.
Listen, fool. If I go with the homies to your house, homies, I break the fucking door down and be like, fuck you, some ass, fuck you. Are you going to say, oh, man, just charge you for trespass? No, someone's going to try to bust on me, homie. You're going to get a bat, try to hit me. You're going to try to do something to me. Someone's, come on now, player.
But see, this is the thing, though. If you look at the video of the girl that got shot, there was cops standing right next to her.
Well, those cops should be tried too. Listen, any of those cops. No reason for that. No, there's a reason. The reason, just like when we see videos of blacks and browns breaking the law, going to the cops and saying, "Oh, look, that's who got shot." In other words, this will be a great transition to talk about Kyle, right?
We'll simply look at this, bro. If that's the case, then why didn't we see hundreds of black kids getting shot during all these riots all summer?
Because they weren't breaking into the Capitol. If they were breaking into the Capitol, I guarantee you, some would have been different.
They were doing worse. They were burning down people's businesses and attacking people.
No, and that's horrible. Yeah, and to me, that's horrible. They should have been arresting these guys. They shouldn't have been letting them running amok. But that was some cowardice as shit by the politicians.
But what did they do? What did Biden and Harris do? They set up a fund to get these people out.
Yeah, like I said, that was horrible, and they should have done something about it. They should have arrested all these people. They should have. That should have not happened. I don't agree with that, but just like I don't agree with this so-called, I love it, trespassing. So next time I kill somebody, I say, I just took his window, but nothing major.
But they didn't kill nobody. If you look at the cop, bro, simply look at this, and for those people that are out there thinking I'm full of shit,
okay,
two of these cops, they supposedly killed themselves. Two of these cops, they were set to testify before the committee on what really happened that day when they got subpoenaed. Magically, they died.
Okay,
it's just like this guy that was supposed to say there was a guy that was set to testify against Hillary Clinton years back. The day before he was set to testify, he magically drops dead. I don't think these things happen.
Let's talk about Kyle Rittenhouse if you got time.
I'd give that kid a medal, bro.
Oh, Jesus. One of those, huh?
Bro, listen. First of all, he did away with the pedophiles. They had raped, I think, like 4 kids.
Yeah, hold on, slow it down. We got a little bit of time. I don't know if you're too busy here, but for people who don't know, the first guy that he shot and killed was a convicted pedophile from Arizona. He had molested 4 or 5 boys between the age 9 and 11. But at the time that he killed them, nobody and their mama knew that happened. So keep going.
Right. Well, a lot of people say this, right? Well, what was Kyle Rittenhouse doing there? He's from out of state. I saw that yesterday in the comments. There was a dude in there talking trash about things he didn't even know. I got tired of arguing with the guy.
Right.
Anyways, the guy, he's like, oh, you don't know what's going on. The guy, Kyle Rittenhouse's dad lives in Kenosha. I've been to Kenosha. He lives there, right? He was going with his dad. Now, if you look at all the videos of this kid had a first aid kit, was trying to help people, and had a fire extinguisher, was trying to extinguish fires in his own neighborhood. Now, we know this, bro, right? You remember when all this happened, the homies in LA were telling these people, don't come into our fucking neighborhoods. Remember that?
Yeah, for sure.
In Chicago, too.
For sure.
They were so what's the difference with what this kid was doing? Right? He was protecting his own neighborhood, and the kid never shot until they pointed a gun at him. And you know what I know, bro. When someone points a cueta at you and you got one, you're going to blast. The kid, in my opinion, bro, I think the kid did what he had to do. The kid is now fighting for his life because, bro, the fact that they're out there now and they're trying to do the mob mentality, political pressure. Oh, you lock him up, or we're gonna burn something. Bro.
If he would have killed some black guys there, he wouldn't have had a chance. That guy's gonna get convicted.
But see, simply look at this, bro. You have people in the comments that legit don't even know what this trial is about.
They don't follow the trial.
And they're acting like black and brown people got smoked. And they're in there talking, oh, you're a traitor. A traitor to what? Well, you don't even know the truth, and you're just talking. These are the same people that watch CNN all day and then come back and parrot whatever they hear.
Right.
Yeah, of course. The majority of the stuff that these people are talking about has nothing to do with the case. If anything, the prosecutors, they were trying to put this kid in jail, made the case.
The prosecutors did a horrible job.
They're morons, bro. Because bro, at the end of the day, the truth stands alone, bro. Video doesn't lie. Even the dude that got shot admitted, yeah, I never got shot until I pointed my gun at the guy.
I saw that.
The kid had an AR-15, bro. You know how many bullets that holds? He could have sprayed everybody.
Well, you know who I think of that it would have been a great thing for the defense to bring up? Remember Reginald Denny?
Yeah.
The truck driver during the riots over here in '92.
Yeah, he got hit with the brick.
Yeah, they hit him with the brick, destroyed his head, almost killed the guy. That's kind of what I thought with the kid. This is my 2 cents on it, right? I don't believe Kyle should be convicted of first-degree murder. I think that's a dumbass thing the DA did by just trying to get him for first-degree murder and just keep trying to paint I think this, and he is a kid. I think this kid went over there all gun-ho and just got in over his head. I believe they should give him some type of involuntary manslaughter. Even manslaughter. He should do some years because he went in there with, I'm sure he went in there with the good intentions, but the pathway to something to hell is paved in good intentions. He went in there, the pathway to hell is paved in good intentions. He went in there with good intentions, trying to protect, and he was trying to be super cop, and he was trying to tell people that he was EMT. I'm sure he was all pumped up seeing some of these guys that were in the service. He was like a little homie in the hood. And the big homies were the guys that were all strapped up, that were really fucking vets and knew what the fuck they were doing. And this kid went in there with a very high power rifle, and even if it was a small gun, right? It doesn't matter. And he was underage, and he just got in over his head, and that's why he walked over there. And those idiots, that guy who rushed him, is stupid. I saw the video, and it's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? I was shot. I'm not gonna lie.
Simply think about this, bro. Right? People say, oh, what was he doing with the gun? Well, what were the other guys doing with the gun?
Right.
Because they were convicted felons and rapists. This kid wasn't. This kid was there trying to, and
yeah, but nobody knew the other guy was a convicted rapist either, Thomas.
But it goes to show you, though, right? They got smoked, and now they're being, oh my God, they're heroes, and they died, they're martyrs. They're trash, bro. They're trash.
Well,
bro.
Again, it was this, Thomas. It was just like the riot. You call it whatever the fuck you want. For the riots at the Capitol, the riots at the BLM, guys. It was two people on different sides of the spectrum, homie. And I think it was just so pumped up and all that. And it's a fucked up situation. But I personally do believe the kids should get at least. I think involuntary manslaughter will be one of those things that it's like, you know what? Fuck it. At least he got something. Because I think personally, if I'm a betting man, fool, hung jury, Cartan.
Well, you know what, bro? To me, see, I don't think I personally don't think the kid deserves anything.
Right.
Because see, I think what's happening, bro, is that now we have this pressure right behind certain groups to say, oh, you better do something, or we burn shit.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And if we get into that kind of judicial system here, bro, you know, it's gonna turn into a banana republic, right? Or a
Right.
kangaroo court, where no longer is it truth. It's all the people are pissed, right? So, you know, so all somebody has to do is like what they did to Trump. All they have to do is what they say, tar and feather your ass, right? They tar you, then they feather you, and you never lose that title.
Hey, but
Well, all they have to do to anybody is do that,
let me
and
ask,
they'll have to convict you.
let me ask you this though. You don't think there's a little prejudice in the judicial system between?
You know what, bro? I think in general, I see. I think in general, bro, people are, and I'm not gonna say prejudiced. I think we're tribal. I don't think that. See me, bro, personally, bro. I lost that mentality of us and them because that shit keeps us down.
No,
right?
I don't have that either. But there
No.
is in the judicial system, there is, and it's mostly money. It's mostly
But
money.
you know what? It is. I was just gonna say that because I heard that. I was about to comment that, and that one of your callers said it's really a class privilege. Is
Yes,
what it
and
is.
I agree. I agree. But the
That's
thing
really
is,
what it is.
but the thing is that white people are higher class more than anybody else, so that's why they got the
Well,
privilege.
Well, you know, bro, a lot of people don't know. You know, that actually white people, because you know, a lot of people don't know this, right? White people are still the majority in this country.
Yeah, they are.
But there's a huge majority of children of people in this country that are white. They live below the poverty level.
Oh yeah, yes,
You know
of
what I mean?
course, of course.
So I don't. You know, I don't personally, you know, buy into it, but I know some cool ass white people.
Oh
bro. I
no,
know some cool
yes,
black
no.
people.
This is
You
not
know,
an
so-
attack on white people. When we say stuff like this is just conversations. But sometimes people will sit there and take it and get all offended with it. No,
Yeah,
nothing
'cause
like
you know,
that.
bro, like I saw some comments, you know, where people didn't like yesterday, you know, they didn't even see. You could tell that they didn't know what they were talking about, but right away, oh, he's a fucking white boy, and I'm thinking to myself, bro, that's stupid, bro. Like, you just think of how many people you're ostracizing by saying that, and ostracizing yourself from other people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because bro, like me personally, you know, if I meet people like that now, I want nothing to do with them because you know, to me, it's like. Bro, I'm not 16, 17 no more playing by that bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I know there's cool people everywhere.
Yeah,
but I really do think, bro, that this is being used to pin us against each other, bro. That's all it is.
No, but it's a hot topic, and it's something that people lost their lives, and again, it goes back to the same thing. You got two people on two different sides of the spectrum, and everybody on one side wants to sit there and like you make him a hero. Other people, no, hang him, do him life. Me, I'm in the middle. I'm like, give him a lesser charge of involuntary manslaughter or manslaughter, something that needs to be like, all right, because like you say, we're tribal. Both tribes need to be like, at least something happened. But I personally think the DA dropped the ball in this case. Should have just offered the kid fucking manslaughter charge, got out when he's 25 or something, and kept it pushing. Because if it was one of us, listen, if it was someone, it'd be a different story, I believe.
But you know why he dropped the ball, bro? The reason he dropped the ball is because his case, their evidence, actually works against them. Everything that they presented actually helps Kyle. You know, because you know, at the end of the day, bro, I personally think the truth will come out on what really happened. And listen to this, bro, because you even had Joe Biden come out and call this kid a white supremacist. Right now, they're saying that there's potentially he could even sue dumbass Joe Biden because of what he said.
Hey, but
because you know,
if he goes to the Pinta, you don't think he's gonna become a white supremacist?
boy, he's gonna have to ride a course with his car. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? That's just the way it is. But you know how that goes.
Ah, shit, that fool come out with lightning bolts on his neck, huh, boy?
Yeah, you're putting SS on his forehead. But you know what I mean? He might get him removed later. But you know what, bro? I personally think, bro, when the truth comes out, which I hope one day it comes out about what really happened January 6th, and those people get held accountable, bro, because I think that there's a lot of people that don't really understand what happened that day, bro. Everything that happened, the permits, you know,
it was a riot, fool. It was a riot. I'm one of those people. It was a fucking riot. So I'm gonna say it was a riot,
bro,
oh boy.
I will disagree with you, bro, because I hope that somebody one day has a boss to really present the truth. If you guys want to see something very interesting, bro, I don't know if you know who General Michael Flynn is.
Yeah, of course.
This guy just came out and he did an interview, an hour-long interview, where he's really breaking down, bro, what is really happening in this country, and he's warning people of this country, everybody, and telling them, man, we are in a lot of trouble because people do not pay attention to what's happening.
But didn't Michael Flynn just get charged or he did? He got booted out of the Trump administration for lying about messing with Russians.
No. Listen, they got rid of Michael Flynn. General Michael Flynn has worked under, I believe, 3 different presidents.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, he did.
When the Trump administration reached out to him to bring him in to the cabinet, the Obama administration panicked. because they say that General Flynn knew all the bullshit that Obama had done. And this guy,
Right.
they say that in private meetings he approached Trump and told Trump, if you are really serious about getting rid of these people and the corruption within this country, I can help you. And that's when they turned on him. A lot of people don't know, they actually went so far as to threaten his son. They did a lot of things to this guy. And this guy he's a decorated general, boy. He's not some
Yeah. I'll check him out.
toy soldier.
All right.
But it's very interesting.
All right, Big Somas. We're gonna check out Flynn. Tell people where they can find you, Somas. I always appreciate and love the phone calls, homeboy.
Check this out. I was able to make another TikTok. If you guys want to hear me,
Somas dances on TikTok.
Yeah, Somas Counter 3. You guys can find me there. I'm on YouTube also. I got a very small platform, but I'm gonna start posting again. I'm sure it won't be long before I get kicked off, but you look for Somas Counter 4 if that ever happens, and I'll just keep on going.
All right, brother. Man. I appreciate it, homie.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, for sure.
God bless you guys. And don't fall for the bullshit from the media people. God bless.
Thank you, brother. I got to think of the phone call. All right, full late. That's the homie Somas. Let's see what we got now. Julian, where are you calling and what you got to say, player?
Hey, what's up, big dog? I'm calling from California.
Okay.
The reason I'm calling, if we're talking about the idiot with the horns on his head,
that's the guy.
Yeah, they let him off easy. I'm gonna slap on the wrist.
I think so. So.
If we're talking Kyle Rittenhouse, I'm pro Second Amendment.
Yeah.
With that being from a pro 2A standpoint, Kyle did the right thing. Like, he ran away from the dude.
Yeah.
And once he fell and they started attacking his ass, that's when he started to shoot. And he wasn't shooting crazy. So, I mean, as far as that goes, yeah, I feel like he did the right thing. But at the end of the day, the dude was 17 years old. He shouldn't have been out there to begin with.
That's the problem.
I mean, that's where I see the problem.
Listen, I agree with you. I do. I agree with you. He went out there. He thought he was he was playing cop. Fool. He was playing Rambo. He was a kid playing Rambo, and he got caught up in some shit. And he was scared shitless. Where maybe some people would have hesitated a little more. Maybe somebody would have cracked the guy with the I don't know, or maybe shot a couple of shots at the air to let the guys know, hey, dude, stop. But yeah, he went out there and played Rambo, and unfortunately, people are dead, and now he's over there looking at life in prison. But that's why I say, listen, I think what would be fair with that kid would be give him some kind of involuntary manslaughter or some voluntary, just go do some years, dude. Go do some years, grow up, think about what you did. That way, and that way everybody's kind of happy, because if he gets a hung jury, they're going to try him again. And then if he doesn't get convicted, he's always going to be looked at as that racist guy. And if he does get convicted, he's going to lose his life. He's a young guy. And I'm like this. I don't like to see young brown and black people go to jail for bullshit and waste their lives for the rest of their lives. And just because he's a white kid, I'm not going to sit there and say, fuck him, throw his, because a lot of people are like that. Throw away the key because they did that to us. Well, if we don't stop that cycle of throw away the key, then it's going to be the same shit, whether it's a brown, black, or white. And it shouldn't. There's got to be a middle ground.
Exactly.
Hey, my man, I appreciate the phone call, homeboy.
Right. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's see what we got. What did this guy say? Oh, Joe Black, he said, what did he say? I'm a cholo, but I'm pro-cop. I'm pro-law enforcement, homeboy. Yeah, cholo is what it is, homeboy. A cholo don't mean I'm out there breaking the law, carnal. I'm the American cholo. I work every day of the week, homeboy. I take care of my family, and that's what real men do, homie. So it's all good, Joe Black. No, Tom. Who's who? All right, let's see what you got, man. Okay, this guy says, Mr. Robert, you can't compare January 6th. That's a first for everyone. Yeah, that's insane, dude. That's insane. The January 6th riots. I don't think Somis likes the term riot, but the January 6th riots or the insurrection. That was crazy, man. Was why? Okay. I'll let you guys get in here. The Amazing Gamer. The January 6th was white, black, Mexicans. Everybody was there. Yeah, but the majority were weirdos. Come on, let's be truthful. The majority, yes, Trump supporters like Somas, the caller, right? Somas is Chicano, man. All love. Listen, I can have a conversation with anybody. I don't sit there and say, oh, no. But the majority were white. And the guys who are getting less time are white. 41 months, dude. And they do for the rest of the time. That fool's getting out. That's insane, man. No. You do the crime, you do the time, player. And rioting in the Capitol while Congress is there, while somebody gets killed, another one dies. No, there should be more punishment The other kid, Kyle, see, Silver and Black. Silver and Black loves Kyle. To one side of the aisle, Kyle is a hero. To the other side of the aisle, Kyle is this racist ass white kid who went out there and killed. I don't think so. I don't think it's either or. I definitely don't think Kyle is a hero. Kyle's just a dumb young kid over there that, like I said, went out there and wanted to be he wanted to be a rock star. He wanted to be a hero. He wanted to feel like I'm saving the world right now. And he got in over his head. And at the end of the day, yeah, because of those people's actions, they were killed by him. That does not make that kid a hero, man. I bet you that kid wished to God he never went. I guarantee you he's played that night over and over in his head. And he wishes to God that he never went, because you may sit back at the comfort of your home and say he's a hero, but he's looking at life in prison. That's not a good thing to be looking at. All right, let's see what we got. I said, Jess. Oh, you hung up, Jesse. Oh, sorry about your luck, buddy. Let's see what you got, man. First world countries. Okay, how does that work? Kool-Aid, are you really comparing first world countries to third world countries? I don't know what exactly you're meaning by that. Maybe by the time when I said that those murders were happening and all that. So if people get murdered in third world countries, it shouldn't matter because it's not first world countries. That's not very Christian of you. That's not very Catholic of you. I love how these guys, I'm sure you're one of those guys. I love how the Christian and Catholic guys are always Christian and Catholic, but Christian and Catholic only means Americans, because if they're in a third world country, they're not really Christian and Catholic. They're poor third world country Christian. You should really look in the mirror. Some issues, carnal. Boys, it's white people move up faster than any other race. Listen, they've been doing it for a lot longer. I don't think that's a thing, Mr. Hope. Hey, by the way, I appreciate that last donation, my man. Give about Eastern Europe, really. The media doesn't give a F about Eastern Europe, really. No, you're absolutely wrong. Anytime there's any kind, well, it depends what part of Eastern Europe too. So yeah, you're right. But if it's like anywhere in like where London is at, even Australia, anywhere like that, yeah, do they care? Like I said, you can kill 200 black people in Africa or somewhere in Venezuela. You kill 5 white people in London. CNN's gonna be over there, MSNBC's over there, Fox News is gonna be. Everybody's over there. Oh, what happened? Oh, you got 5 white people that were killed. Well, they won't say the white people, but that's even us, myself, we have been groomed and trained to not value brown and black lives. And I don't want to say I'm just saying we ourselves, we our own people. All right. When I was out here gangbanging, I wasn't out there looking for white people to shoot. I'm looking for brown people to look just like me. I hated my own much more than anybody else. And there's not really too many black gangs out here. So I was out here banging on my own people, trying to kill my own people. And unfortunately, we've been doing so many years that as a brown man, I can literally say that for a lot of brown people, other brown people, they don't care about them. It's a damn shame. They'll value more something like that. Oh my God, some white person died. Oh, it's the end of the world. Nah. And that's what I mean when I say that. Gil, you're 100% right. You're absolutely right. No, I don't know about that. Want to join? Let me see. What time is it? Yeah, we're getting there. We'll take up more phone calls and we'll see. Let's see what you got, Amazing Gamer. You don't even think Kyle drove there. I think he flew in a bald-headed eagle in sipping a Modelo, fool. Nah, that was your fucking tío that did that, fool. That was your Uncle Richie, homeboy. It wasn't him. He got drove there with his mama, homeboy. His mama drove him, but it was only like a 20-minute ride. I'm not saying that's it. I would feel sympathy if the politicians who were in Congress took control of the BLM riots. Then that would be a different story. 2 wrongs don't make a right. That's the problem. I think what the BLM movement and all those riots and all that shit, I think it's bullshit. I think the politicians were a bunch of cowards by not doing anything. But at the same time, the thing in the riots in the Capitol, that's bullshit too. Again, 2 wrongs don't make a right. So just because, again, we're tit for tat. Oh, well, they did it, so we should be able to do it too. No, absolutely not. You shouldn't be able to do any of it. It's both bullshit. Now, these are my 2 cents. All right, let's see. They didn't destroy private property. Mom and pop, you paid for the Capitol building with taxes. They robbed from you. They didn't destroy private property. Fool, we paid for all that shit. How much money do you think it costs for the BLM rights, all this stuff we pay for, man. Don't just sit there and think, oh, don't pick and choose what we pay for. We pay for everything. We're paying for the stimulus packages. We're paying for everything, brother. Taxpayers, we pay for that. That's the one. We pay taxes for that. Is that what we pay taxes for? I don't know, boy. Oh, yeah. Bro, they give Shaman his own food because he's vegan or something. Never heard of that. Yeah, but when he goes to where's it at? Where do I have it? When he goes to the no, not that one. Where's that one? Where's the one? Where's it at? Do I have it? That's okay. That's what's gonna. As soon as the shaman walks into his cell, he's gonna be walking in with his bedroll. He's gonna be walking in like, and then he's gonna hear.
Give me some chon chon. Stay away from me. Give me some chon chon.
That's what the shaman's gonna hear. He's gonna hear Pope asking for that chon chon, and he better give him that chon chon, homeboy, because he ain't gonna be vegan much longer, homie. They will be putting what do they call it, tube stick down his throat, man. Hey guys, so I'm gonna be tapping out of here. We're getting an hour. I'm gonna give one last phone call. Let's see what you gotta say. Oh shit! You couldn't stay away.
Nah, bro. You know what? I went through the give me some chon chon.
Yeah, go ahead, fool.
Hey, bro. I went through the comments, bro. Some of these people in here. Listen, bro. Some of these guys say I'm off my meds. Right? What else are they saying, bro?
Do not listen to the comment section. Do not listen to the comment section.
Listen, it's hard not to, bro. You know, because I go through there, check it out. But look, I'm not on meds, right? The only thing I smoke a little weed for my pains, right?
Right.
But my boss is not white. I work for myself. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Look, I more than anything, you know, for those of you that don't like me, I don't really care. Just go and research what I'm saying. You know, find out for yourself why I say these things. I don't just pull these things out of the air. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not just making this stuff up. Like, this stuff, you can find the information on there. You could really research it, and it might change your perspective on what's happening. And I just wanted to say one last thing.
Shoot it.
They're coming for the kids, people. I know it's off topic, but your kids are next. And listen, these vaccines have what they call their fillers. It's supposed to be saline. It's no longer saline. They're putting something for heart attacks. And now there's kids dropping from heart attacks. And now they're coming out with ads saying that these kids are dying because of weed. Oh, they're having heart attacks because of the marijuana. They're lying to you guys, man. That's all I wanted to say, bro.
All right, play.
Last time. But God bless you guys.
That's right.
I'm not so crazy, people. Research what I say.
He's a little bit crazy.
And you know what I me? Protect your kids.
All right, brother.
God
hey,
bless,
man.
bro.
Thank you, homie.
Hey,
I appreciate it. Yeah, shoot it.
I got that feria coming, bro.
Yeah, shoot it. And then that'll let me finish the segment right here. All right, fool. Shoot it. You got the address. You know what it is.
All right, bro.
All right, brother. Late. All right, guys. So I'm going to be tapping out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys tapping in here. I love the conversation, man. That's what this is about. Having those conversations that some people just can't. This is the middle ground. This is the mesa where we can have those conversations. You like the mug? It'll be in the description, man. What else? Mob Nasty, what's going on, player? I saw you just tapping in. Some of you guys are coming in a little bit late. No big deal. Let's see. Mr. Hypervigilance, what's good? And then what else we got in here that we know? So what's going to happen here is I'm going to shoot out of here. But before I do, on Friday, we got Big Beefs coming in. We're going to be talking deep depth gang stuff, dude. All right. And I'm talking about deep depth, in-depth gang stuff. We're going to have a couple of surprise video guests. We're going to have a couple of phone calls from other homies. And we're going to go through the whole gauntlet of gangs, the rules, gang banging, what it really takes to be a gang banger, gang member, what the life is going to bring you, that whole reality of it. It's going to be pretty much a whole hour and a half of just straight through gangs. We'll take some phone calls and just keep it real, man. No bullshit. We're not going to sugarcoat nothing. We're going to talk some real gangster shit, right? And then on Saturday, guys, any of you guys are in the area, we're going to be doing that turkey giveaway. We're going to give with in collaboration with the Victory Outreach right here in North Hollywood. We're going to be giving away 100 turkeys to the first 100 families, and I believe feeding about 200 families between 2 and 4 o'clock. You can Google it, Victory Outreach North Hollywood, 100 turkeys, and also meals for at least 200 families between 2 and 4 o'clock. We're trying to help the community. With all that being said, Playboys, you guys have a good one, and we'll catch you on Friday. Make sure to hit that notification so you know when we're going live. Late. And we're out this bitch.